For relaxing times, make it thermos time.
카트 다름이요.
Hello world, I own a few thermoses, or maybe you call them travel mugs, tumblers, insulated drink bottles, or vacuum flasks. Yeah, vacuum flask is the original name of this container, but I'll get to that later because I recently received a few boxes in the mail. I wonder what could be inside. Oh, shiny and big, need it. Look. So yeah, I love thermoses, especially Japanese ones. My love affair started about a decade ago. At that time, they were, in my opinion, the best for keeping my drinks icy cold, easy to drink, and not spilling everywhere. Then I discovered they could also keep my morning tea hot for an hour, so these two became a daily fixture in my life. I think I know what I like better about Japanese design thermoses. But a decade is a long time to not have used the stainless steel and plastic ones that I'd used in Canada, so I thought I'd get a few to try and better see the differences. Thermos is a brand name, but it's also a generic name for vacuum insulated bottles, so I thought it'd be interesting to check out the US ones and the Japanese ones because they have the same brand name, but there are slight differences. But side note, the first vacuum flask was invented by Sir James Dewar, a Scottish scientist working in England in 1892. This is why the name is originally the Dewar flask. In 1903, two German glassblowers making the flask for Dewar put a protective metal casing around it, secured a patent, and Dewar wasn't able to sue to claim the rights. Thermos bottle companies were created throughout the world, including the US. Thermos, named after the Greek word for heat, subsequently became the household name for vacuum-insulated containers for liquids, like Kleenex with tissues. Because thermos was used synonymously with vacuum flask, the name became generic, and now, this is a thermos, as is this. The difference is that this is a lowercase t thermos, while this is an uppercase t thermos. In 1989, a Japanese company acquired the American Thermos Company. "Oh no," said Gary Callahan, an electrician. "What am I going to keep my beer in?" Callahan said he would not buy Thermos products if the new owners moved the manufacturing operation overseas. I wonder how that's working out. The Japanese company went on to acquire the rights to Thermos all around the world. So if you're using a Thermos branded thermos, then it's technically Japanese. Anyways, here's my list of the main differences between Japanese and American thermoses. Weight, as in heavy versus light. Japan's are lighter, much lighter, so let's weigh some out. So I have my trusty scale over here. And here we go. 398. Okay, next.
205.
Essentially, after all was said and done, for the same liquid capacity, Japanese versions were roughly half the weight of American ones. This brings us to size. For the same liquid capacity, Japanese will be thinner. Visual design and overall variety. In Japan, they seem to have a specific bottle for each situation, whereas in America, I find they have fewer bottles, but they have caps that will change the function of the bottle. Also, Japan just loves their limited edition bottles. I find that Japan's are usually cuter and more coordinated, so this is the most popular one in America. Straight blue, not bad. But then this is the popular one for boys. You have the carrying case, and you can see over here how it looks. And then you have this cute little sippy cup. And this one is a big girls one. And these are American ones here, whereas this one's Japanese. So I just find the visual design of Japanese is just a bit more coordinated. Yeah. However, the best example is to go to the Thermos websites. This one is the American one. I'm going to be quiet and let you look for yourself. And here's the Japanese Thermos website. Mouthpieces. In Japan, I find they have a lot of closed top designs, so you can close it up, open it back up. And I think it's because they want to keep the drinking area more sanitary, but also if you close it, it's leak proof and you could throw it in a bag and it doesn't get dirty. Shin wanted to help explain the different mouthpieces for the thermoses, so here you go.
And this one, we have clothes at here, and if we move this like this, it will be open. If we press a button at here, it will go closed and open and closed and open. But we don't know which one is open and closed, so maybe that's how. It's just like we didn't close and open and close and open. It's just like a kind of.
Do you want to see something interesting? Just take it off, dude.
Huh?
It's a magnet.
What? It's a magnet?
Yeah.
It's just a normal one. If you open here and press it, it'll open. First we then put this thing down and put it back and open it. And if we move this, it'll open. And if we move this at this side, it won't open.
You push forward and down. You see that? Shin and I exhaustively tested out drinking hot and cold liquids from the thermoses, as well as how easy they were to hold and open.
Yeah.
And then drink it, come on. It's way too much footage to show you, but we found out that some mouthpieces were easier to drink from than others.
Yeah, easy to drink.
One factor was how far you'd have to tip up a container before the liquid came out. Second was once the liquid was flowing, how much you could control it. Yeah, there's just the way it pours down into your mouth. These factors were especially important with hot drinks, since the ease of drinking could easily be the difference between a burned mouth and not. This is hotter, but it just kind of comes at you all of a sudden. Essentially, any Japanese thermos rated for both hot and cold drinks have a spout that makes it easier to drink hot liquids from. On the other hand, if it's only rated for cold, like the sports bottle, in actuality, you can put hot liquids in it, but because of the spout, it's not recommended, as it's not designed for hot water, which is why for some models, you can get a special spout and cup. For ease of opening, Japans in general have more thought put into it. We tried one-handed tests. 3, 2, 1, go. And it's this ease of one-handed use that made me choose this dojirushi model over nearly identical versions from other manufacturers. Do hot drinks stay hot and cold drinks stay cold? 5. 82. Like the drinking test with Shin, I spent way too long testing out the hot and cold retention. After making sure water was equally hot and cold in both bottles from the start, I waited an hour and checked the results. 78 degrees, 68, 72, 75, 80, 80, 78, 78, 76, 75, 75, 74, 72, 68. With the hot drinks, I found there were definitely differences after 1 hour and again after 2 hours. This special screw top type was the best at retaining heat, while the non-travel tumbler cups were the worst. However, if you're at home, even this low-performing tumbler kept the temperature good enough for the 30 to 60 minutes I might take to drink tea or coffee. On the other hand, there was this free giveaway I got from Uniqlo, or this non-stainless steel version that I got from our good friends in England that cooled much faster. So vacuum flasks do make a big difference. 5 degrees. Wow, that's pretty good. 5 degrees as well. 4 degrees. Incredible. Still 4 degrees. 4 as well. So after 2 hours, 4 degrees, 5 degrees, it's all pretty good. The one surprising factor was that the weight of a container didn't seem to have any correlation with the heat or cold retention properties. Also, the lid style was very important, with this one being the least insulating versus this one being the best. Why I use vacuum flasks. 1 is that they keep hot drinks hot, cold drinks cold. 2, there's no condensation everywhere. 3, depending on the type, they can protect from spills. And while I could use this dojirushi for all my drinks, it's rated for hot and cold. After all, I prefer to use it just for my water. And then when I have drinks that have milk in it, like my daily milk tea, I use this one because it's easier to clean. Speaking of, this cup I use for tea all the time, so it gets quite dark inside of here. So I found out you can get one of these things. It looks like in 3 minutes it can perform miracles. So I wanted to test it out because usually I use stainless steel wool in here and just like grind it out. But yeah, let's check it out. And I press the button and it's red and you just wait 3 minutes. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. Let's check this out. Oh wow, it really did the job. So I'm gonna try washing this out now. All that stuff was stuck inside of the thermos. So you can see how shiny it is now? Look at that. I did not expect it to work that well. And if you look here, you can see the line. You can see the line where I didn't fill it up to. So it really does the trick. It's like magic. Okay, Google, set timer for 3 minutes. So what happened with this is that there's 2 metal contacts on the bottom of this and they have to touch the metal side. So I'm just pushing it down manually for the 3 minutes so it'll work. Okay, that's nothing so far. Oh! You see all those scales? If I scrub that a little bit, it'll come off. So you can see here, it's pretty clean, not 100%, but I'll try one more time. Okay, this is after round 2. And it's super nice and silver now, everything. This is not false advertising. This totally works. Quick facts about Japan's magic bottles. Japan's name for thermoses is actually mahobin, which means magic bottle. And this is magic tape. Magic bottle, magic tape. I think magic bottles, or mahobin, are so popular in Japan because they're essentially a requirement in daycares, middle schools, and junior high schools. So you'll find bottles like these on pretty much all the kids. And if you go to an athletic field where sports teams are playing, you'll pretty much find them everywhere. And the thing I like about kids' bottles is that they come standard with these cases and straps. So it not only protects the bottle, but it's easy to carry as well. The big brands in Japan are Thermos, Zojirushi, and Tiger. But there are lots of companies that make them with lots of different styles. These may be designed in Japan, but they're almost all made outside of Japan. Within Japan, I don't think the top bottles are premium priced. For example, this is a 480 milliliter or 16 ounce Zojirushi bottle. It's the top rated travel mug on Wirecutter and it's only 1900 yen or 18 US dollars. And this 1000 milliliter or 33 ounce sports bottle, it's only 3500 yen, which is like 33 US dollars. And it's very lightweight, only 400 grams, and it comes with this very nice carrying case. While making this video, I asked the community to submit some of their thermoses, and I had a bit of a crisis of faith in my Japanese water bottles. It got me thinking that maybe Japanese thermoses aren't the best after all.
Hello, this is my water bottle. It is made by 50/50 and it is vacuum insulated. It keeps my drinks relatively cold all day if there's even 1 or 2 ice cubes in here. Currently there's nothing. The one negative or unique thing about this that was very American or capitalist is that it did not come with this straw lid right here. It came with a twist-on cap and it came with a straw that was sized for other sizes of 50/50 bottles. So I had to cut it to fit this one and it doesn't exactly reach the bottom. So I'm out of luck there.
Hi. So this is my favorite mug. I thought it was just really cool because it looks like a drinking horn. The problem with this is that it doesn't really insinuate. So you have hot coffee for about 20 minutes and after that it's cooled down. And my other mug is this one. It keeps the coffee or the tea hot really, really long. So long actually that if I want to drink it, I have to unscrew the lid.
This is a Dutch water bottle called a Dobber. It's a fairly normal water bottle, except for that it can not only do this, but also this, which you can transform into this. which means that you always have a little cup to drink out of if you don't want to drink out of a normal water bottle.
I found this one to be like an eco-friendly filtered water bottle. Really interesting in shape and good size. Oop. It's got a really nice cork top. The interesting thing is that it's got this black charcoal filter inside of it, and it's supposed to filter the water. This is a surprise. I didn't know this until I've actually looked online, and it says that it uses a traditional Japanese binchotan charcoal method for cleaner, purified tastes.
Hi, my name is Jerome NG, and I'm 12 years old, and I live in Toronto, Canada. I am half Japanese, and I can very much say that Japanese thermoses are much better than Canada ones. The thing that sucks here is that they're very cheap, and the thing that's good here is that if you pay a lot of money, you can get a very good thermos.
This is a Hydro Peak, which is like an off-brand version of the Hydro Flask, so this is the one I use currently. My favorite thing about them is probably that most people here tend to personalize them with stickers, so here's my old one with all these stickers on it. And I also like that it has a straw and everything, and it can also hold like cold water up to 24 hours and also hot water. I guess my least favorite thing about it are that the handles really suck because they're so heavy, and then like you have to hold it with one finger. I guess the only other thing is that it's really big, so it is heavy, and I think the reason why they're so big, like around 32 ounces to 64 ounces, which they do have smaller ones here, but I think people use bigger ones because it's not common to find water dispensers, or at least clean water dispensers here.
So one of the American designs I was able to get is this Yeti, and I've been using it for a few days now, and I rather enjoy it. It's a bit heavy, a bit big, but it's solid, and I don't know, I like the style, and you get a lot of different colors, so I'll continue to use it. And this thermos here, this is actually a Japanese special, however, it's an American design. And it's also cool because if you don't need this cap here to drink, you can put a can inside of it and just use it with a can. So it's kind of multifunctional, which is cool. I forgot to test the special water bottle I got for the bike. So here we go. Nice, works for me. But I would say this Zojirushi, this is my daily driver for about 3 years now. But this one, it's lightweight. It's easy to open with one hand. Oh, I had my lock on there. Easy to clean, the thermals are great. I think it's nice and simple. And the only problem with this is that I have to use a case. So I have this case over here by Thermos, and I have this case as well. That's about the only downsides I can think about it. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. What are thermoses like where you're from?
Yeah, thank you for watching.
3, 2, 1, go. He's trying to get the lock.
I opened it. If we put it on upside down, what happens? Oh, it'll just come aside, kind of. Like hamster can lick it.